All right, guys. So, in one of Trump's final rallies, where he's supposed to be making the case that, bro, I'm not extreme, I'm not radical, I'm not out there, I don't want to ban your abortion, I'll represent all Americans, I'm not just out for a revenge tour. Like, this is what he was supposed to be doing. These are the themes he was supposed to be hitting. But in one of his last rallies, this is in Pennsylvania, I mean, it was insane. I could show you like 5 different clips. I won't. I'll just show you one. But denies climate change literally because it's cold outside, right? There's one portion where he's talking where I don't think anybody understood what he was trying to say. He talked about 180,000 Cobbs minus 100 or plus 100, and people are like, Cobbs? He's trying to talk about jobs? Like, what is this? To be fair, I don't know if that was this one or a different rally on the same day. But either way, this is the clip that's making the rounds. Listen to what he says here. He starts talking out. He starts out talking about the assassination attempt against him, right? But watch where he steers the conversation. Here we go.
I have a piece of glass over here, and I don't have a piece of glass there. And I have this piece of glass here, but all we have really over here is the fake news, right? And to get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news. And I don't mind that so much, because I don't mind that.
So first of all, he sounds incredibly exhausted, doesn't he? He sounds like he's beat, bro. He sounds like he's half asleep up there just going through the motions. But let me stop burying the lead. The joke is, wouldn't it be funny if the fake news got killed? See, somebody can't, I have the bulletproof glass here, somebody's trying to kill me, they have to kill the fake news first, and I don't mind that. That's the joke. What are we doing, man? Again, the number one charge against Trump right now, that's being made by Democrats, being made by Kamala, being made by Tim Walz, they've both used this word, is you're a fascist. By the way, this is something Democrats for a very long time were skittish to say, right? For understandable reasons, because it invokes thoughts of Nazi Germany, and you feel like, is it hyperbolic for me to say that? There's an internal debate among liberals, Democrats, and leftists for a long time. Should we call him a fascist, right? And just recently it got to the point where the dam broke. And the dam broke because 3 top Trump administration officials came out and said it themselves. You had Milley, Mattis, and John Kelly. One of them said fascist to the core. One of them said said Hitler did some good things. Wish he had the same generals as Hitler, right? Wanted to invoke the Insurrection Act and shoot protesters in the leg and declare martial law and deploy the U.S. military against the American people. And so they say, these are conservative Republicans. They said, yeah, he's a fascist. You can't trust that guy with power. They said that. So that gives Democrats cover. It's like, hey, it's not me saying it. It's conservative Republicans saying it, right? And so now they're using the word. You would think an intelligent political candidate would be smart enough in the final week of an election, when you're accused of being a fascist, to not joke about the press being murdered. Nope, he doesn't have it. Look, I gotta say it. It is literally the worst campaign I've ever seen in my life, and it's not close. I tweeted the other day, there was a clip of Trump at a rally. He said, the Democrats don't want cows, they don't want windows, they don't want anything. That's a direct quote. Something he said, they don't want cows, they don't want windows, they don't want anything. Who is this supposed to be appealing to? Like, he went from fake populist in 2016 when he ran his best campaign to Fox News grandpa in 2020. And now he's online brain-wormed conspiracy theorist. That's why he says stuff like he in his mind, oh, if I bring up the cows and the windows, everybody's going to know I'm talking about Democrats banning cows and banning windows as part of their Green New Deal, which, by the way, didn't pass, but Trump pretends like it was proposed and passed, right? He thinks everybody knows they're in favor of banning those things. No, they don't. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Only you and the most hyper online right-wing freaks in the world know what the fuck you're even trying to say. You're lucky I speak Trumpese. I understand it because I've been covering you for way too long. But he says, like, who is this appealing to? You're in the last stretch of an election. You got to try to get the independents and the moderates and the apolitical people and the swing voters and the disaffected Democrats. And what are you doing? Joking about the press getting murdered at your event. Yeah, look, I don't see it. I don't see it. We're all going to find out. The election is today. We're all going to find out. But he fizzled out hard, dog. He fizzled out hard. In fact, I showed you this in the other segment. I'll play it for you one more time. This was an event that happened yesterday early in North Carolina. By the way, he's all over North Carolina now doing a lot of events. Why? Because his internal polls in North Carolina are abysmal. So he's desperately trying to shore himself up at the end here. Look at this. His rally was supposed to start at 10. This was 10:06. Watch this.
I want to show you guys real fast what this crowd looks like, because Donald Trump was scheduled to take the stage at 10 a.m., and our Tony Butler is going to show you what this crowd currently looks like. We're looking at about a capacity about 70% full here, and for 9 years, I'm going to have Tony pan to the right. For 9 years, we have talked about the enthusiasm in the masses that have come out for Trump's rallies, time and again, even at his politically lowest points, including in 2022. But interestingly, and I can't tell you exactly why, but in this final week, we have seen far smaller crowds. We were in Greensboro, North Carolina, where just a few thousand people. Macon, Georgia, just a few thousand people yesterday. What does that mean? Ultimately, you can only discern so much from what crowd sizes look like. But interestingly, for the first time since I've been covering Donald Trump since 2015, there's been us in the press that have been looking around questioning why the crowd sizes have been less than what we are accustomed to. There are some people that have suggested that a great many folks have already early voted, so they feel like they've done their thing. They don't got to come out. Others have said, look, he's been to North Carolina so many times. It's essentially saturated at this point. But at this point in time, it's hard not to take any little clue that there is from early voting locations to the rallies where we're accustomed to seeing him draw thousands of people.
Look, again, has the fever broken? It's the revenge, it's the retribution, it's the enemy within, it's all the stuff, it's personal grievance 24/7. I don't know who this is supposed to appeal to. I genuinely don't. I don't. It's such an unfocused, scattershot, insane campaign that's run by his whims, right? Again, we'll find out together, but if this was any other candidate joking about the press getting shot the week of the election, when the main accusation against you is you're a fascist, right? That would sort of be a deal breaker. So is it going to be that deal breaker that we all have a hunch it is? Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.